What's up, Virgo? We got. We're gonna do a card pull and then read the description. This is a card from Herbal Astrology Oracle deck by Adriana Yales, and here is the description. You have this card is Echinacea, and the subtext is destiny. The description: wheel of change, life cycles, destiny, bigger vision, fortune, and fate. Many Native American people consider echinacea a protective spirit medicine, and some of the root is often included in medicine pouches worn around the hip or neck. Navajo considers echinacea to be a life medicine, one of 40 ceremonial plants used for specific healing rituals. On the Great Plains, echinacea washes and poultices are favored to dress wounds, staunch infections, as provide pain relief for sore or torn muscles. The seeds and roots of the variety are known as pale purple cornflower, were popularly used in decoration to cure colds, flus, decoction to cure colds, flus, reduce fevers, soothe burns and boils, and treat arthritis or rheumatism. Many Native American tribes also called it snake root, as it was used as an anti-venom for rattlesnake bites. In sweat lodge ceremonies, the roots were chewed to assist purification and adaptation, to ease pain. The plant was strewn across hot coals, add to the steam, and was said to help participants withstand heat. The Omaha Native tribe would coat their hands in macerated echinacea so that they could take hot food out of the boiling pots without being burned by heat. To this day, echinacea is used prominently worldwide and proven effective in fighting infections, combating colds, and upper respiratory infections. Echinacea primarily tackles the liver, the blood, the stimulation, the immune system, all of which fall under Jupiter's rulership. Jupiter herbs, like echinacea, have a powerful ability to prevent the damaging effects of stress on the organs, enabling deep protection on a multi-organ level. The snake eating its tail, Ouroboros, is the wheel of change, resembling the cycle of life and death. The sun and the moon orbit and spin the wheel of change, representing our earthly domain. The echinacea sprouting in the center represents evolutionary consciousness, unbound by the confines of destiny. Like the Wheel of Fortune, this card may signal a twist of fate, a time where something in life shifts us or reorients us elsewhere. Echinacea has shown up in your cards today to remind you that the universe is always in motion and nothing is by accident. The key to see through the cycles of destiny is to remain centered and fluid, flowing with the course of life. The elusive judgments of good and bad only limit the vision of a great understanding. Step back and observe the great vision at play, and be unbound by the passing influences. It's a few things with this, Virgo. One, I don't know if for some reason I don't know if you guys don't know this already. The idea of herbal medicine or herbs in general, that's ruled by Virgo, right? The naturopathic medicines, right? That's number one. I don't know if you guys don't know that. I find it shameful. You should be ashamed. No, I'm joking. But you should definitely understand that idea of definitely that rulership. And that brings me to my first point here. You guys may have an understanding of we'll talk particularly about the world of like herbs and herbal medicine right? Because uh, this is something. What really struck me is the idea of coating these Native Americans coating their hands in essentially echinacea root to essentially pull out hot food. That right there seemed huge to me, right? In terms of like just a completely different way to use this particular plant, but that's how they were used in the past. And that power isn't something that is institutionally recognized. It's not something that is we really recognize as an institution in terms of our as institutions that are kind of like societally propped up, right? You may need to really start to dig in deep and understand some things, right? So these things that you may have kind of understood as, oh, maybe there's more to that than meets the eye. Do not be afraid to start to look into those things. Do not be afraid to start to kind of like understand those things and really start to pull out and really pull at that particular. I'm thinking about like a you find a string on a wall and you just start like pulling it through the like you start like I'm picturing like somebody like messing up like walls because they're like pulling a cable and they don't know where it came from, but it's mysterious or something like that. But you may need to go through that. You may need to go through that particular idea of what's going on, and don't mess up your walls at all in terms of whatever's out there. But the concept of like really following the thread and in understanding that, you may need to start to look at that and really understand, is there something deeper to that? Is that where did that particular insight come from, and what's making you really think about that? This idea of echinacea, I think this idea of what you're able to do, your unique energy signature, we'll say, a lot of people may not be able to deal with certain things that Virgo can deal with, right? And not can deal with, but deal with like naturally, right? Like the idea of thinking about like the janitors are also ruled by Virgo in terms of like the cleaning and things of that nature. But the idea of you seeing like a janitor clean, but they're like halfway doing it. I could just see like a Virgo, like the Virgo energy just being angry at that, just being like, it's like I would clean the heck out of that, basically, like having that particular understanding. What you can do in terms of that grappling that takes place, you may be able to essentially see those details for what they can do, the real potential in them. Because, like I said, there's a very real understanding that you can come to that a lot of people wouldn't be able to come to. And not only you can come to that, you can also leave breadcrumbs in terms of when society starts to catch up with this idea, right? Because that's what we're talking about when we talk about a renaissance. We're talking about this particular idea of what this channel for we're reading spiritual cards, but we're talking about institutional intelligence catching up to us. What can you really do? How much of this potential have you really utilized? And what are you missing out on in terms of what's the and when I say you, I mean what's the world missing out on, right? Because it's most certainly about you, but that work that you can do, that work that you can really put in to start to understand something is so real. And if you're not utilizing that in the right way, you may uh, you may miss out at some point, because you need to realize something. Uh, this concept, what we're living in today, it very much is a sick society, right? And when we're talking about moving forward in the future, you may need to start to branch yourself out from the sick society, but at the same time, leaving a very real trail for others to follow right after you. And this is something that I think I really want you to get because of this energy, right? Like, if you think about the energy of someone who can say, like, oh my God, I can clean that like way better than you, or something like that, that's not, people don't understand that. People, like, a lot of people don't quite get that. And there may be things that you know, when society catches up here, we'll see the real benefit. And, you know, I think we already kind of see the benefit of keeping spaces clean in terms of like the bacterial infections and stuff like that. Uh, but there still needs to be, there's still a tremendous amount for us to really catch up with in terms of our understanding of life. And you can help. You have the power to really, like, do things and see things that other people may not really even understand, or be willing to simply do the work to start to uncover. And with that, I certainly hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.